What I want to showcase today are these very simple islands which provide a cut-through space for cyclists. I mean, I know that's a really simple concept, but it seems to absolutely baffle some road engineers in Sydney. Now, we're in Fremantle, and this is a nice little path which curves its way around the river at this point. And I'm going to draw your attention over to the right-hand side of the road. So this group of women, look at them, casually dressed, wandering along at about 20 kilometres an hour, talking about stopping at the cafe just up the road there for a coffee. They're not belting along at high speed. It's not a training group. It's a group of ladies out for a casual ride, maybe not be going that far, who knows. But I just wanted to show that when you build this kind of infrastructure, the type of people it attracts are the casual cyclists. They're not the people you need to slow down. They are not trying to zoom along here at 60, 70 kilometres an hour like the drivers are. So when you're putting in traffic calming infrastructure, there is no need to slow down the cyclists. I mean, I'm doing 25, maybe 30 kilometres an hour. Why would you need to slow me down? You need to slow the drivers down to the speed limit of 50 kilometres an hour. So what you're trying to do is, I guess, cap the speed that they can race through here. So why would you build any kind of concrete infrastructure which would squash fast-moving vehicles with slow-moving cyclists into the same bit of road space and deliberately create contention between the two modes of vehicles? I mean, that is just insanity. That's creating a risk rather than eliminating a risk. So over here, they've had the common sense to put these cut-throughs in so that the drivers have to go through a bit of a chicane, which scrubs off their speed, and the cyclists can just keep on meandering through. Imagine that group of ladies tonking along at 20 kilometres an hour. You don't have a whole conga line of them trying to get into the line of traffic with vehicles doing over twice their speed. It's not just individual cyclists that are out once you've got this kind of infrastructure. You're getting reasonable sized groups. So why would you put a group of mums out there on the road every time you get to a pinch point? They've had the brains here, the common sense, the foresight, I guess, the experience to get rid of those pinch points and to allow separation of the traffic, complete separation, physical separation, using just a little bit of concrete. And that's really the kind of thinking that Sydney councils need to start taking on, that cyclists are not just mammals racing around at high speed in groups. Once the infrastructure becomes a bit safer, you're going to see all the unconfident cyclists, the kids, the mums, the parents, people with babies and trailers and all that kind of stuff. And you need to design the road infrastructure for those sorts of people. And these cut-through islands, I think, are a classic example of that. So hopefully we'll see those starting to appear on the East Coast once council engineers wake up and realise they're a lot safer.